Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. It's week one of the NFL regular season, and I'm going to be resuming my weekly calls with Doug Upstone, very popular professional handicapper, the most chipper professional handicapper in the entire industry. But don't let that fool you. This guy's advice and recommendations and insights are usually second to none. Doug Upstone, how you doing? Are you excited for the NFL regular season?
Well, Peter, of course I'm excited for the regular season. I mean, hey, who isn't this time of year? And hey, haven't spoken to you in 8 months, so the only thing I've seen you is on Facebook a few times. But other than that, so hey, glad to be back in your presence once again.
Absolutely. I'm excited for the NFL regular season, and I'm excited to be talking to you again, Doug Upstone. All right, value plays, NFL week one. Enough yapping. What's your first pick for us, Doug?
My first pick, Peter, is on the Chicago Bears plus the 7 points. Now,
Wow.
Anybody that's from the Midwest knows that, you know, with the Bears and the Packers, especially at Soldier Field, it's always one-sided. Chicago is only 5-19 straight up and 6-18 against the spread since Brett Favre first donned a uniform in the green and gold. So, but when I look at this game, I see both teams having some issues at the wide receiver position. I think that'll kind of help balance it out a little bit. And I think also with John Fox's coach, I think he's a little smarter than the last couple that they've had there at the head coach position. So I think he'll really force feed the ball to Matt Forte, probably at least 25 times between running and passing, and then also use Martellus Bennett quite a bit in the passing game as their tight end. I think that overall, when I look at this game, I think Fox has changed their defense. Also, it'll be much more aggressive than what we've seen the last couple of years from the Bears. And I think overall, I think I think Green Bay will win the game, but only by 3 or 4 points.
That's an interesting analysis there, Doug Upstone. I did preview this game with a guy who went 26-13 against spread with us for free in SBR Videos last year, a guy named Justin Batt from IlluminatiSports.ca, and he gave the same opinion. He likes Chicago. It feels a little bit funny to a square guy like me betting against Aaron Rodgers in week one. The Packers are, so dominant. But if you like the Bears and he likes the Bears, that might be the side with value. And I'm guessing it's probably going to be an anti-public play as well. All right. Value play number 2 from NFL week one.
Number 2 is the Indianapolis Colts minus the 2.5 at Buffalo. And when I look at this game, there's the number one thing to me is looking at NFL picks in general anymore is the quarterback position. And here we have Andrew Luck for Indianapolis against Tyrod Taylor of Buffalo. I can't think of a bigger mismatch the first week and probably almost any week in the NFL. Yes, Buffalo has an improved defense. They have some players that are quite good with some good offensive skills. And you can even make the argument that they will have individual players matched up one-on-one where they have an advantage over Indianapolis. But no way, Peter, that I can overlook this quarterback difference. And the NFL is about making plays, and with Andrew Luck and all the talent he has around him versus Tyrod Taylor trying to become an NFL quarterback, to me, complete mismatch. All the value in the world is at minus 2.5, and I'd grab it now because I think it's going to go up by game time.
Well, your fade of the Packers is probably going to be an anti-public play, but I'm guessing the public's going to be all over Indianapolis here. And I did preview this game with a guy who I respect who specifically requested this game to cover, and he gave the opinion that he likes Buffalo, although he did quote, he said that, Indianapolis doesn't travel well and Buffalo's usually good as a good home underdog. And my sense is that those are probably things that are become more relevant towards the middle of the year. And at the end of the year, on paper, yeah, Andrew Luck is flat out awesome. 2.5 is a tiny spread. The question is just what's Tyrod Taylor going to bring? You like Indianapolis. All right. I can't say I disagree with that, and probably the public will agree with it. What's your third value play with this for NFL week one?
My third value play is on Monday night with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, as it turns out, we have lost a little value because they opened up at -1 and have now are at -3. But when I break these two teams down, Philadelphia, this is Chip Kelly's team. This is what he wanted. The roster that he has in his third year, this is everything he has wanted to put together. Now, myself personally, Sam Bradford for the entire season, little iffy on that, but I really like the pickup of DeMarco Murray, and I think that's really going to help Bradford as long as he can stay healthy. Now, I have seen and read at various places where a lot of people are high in Atlanta, this upcoming season, and I know the division is very winnable, but I'm not sure that I'm sold on them because I still look at their offensive and defensive lines, and I still see them as being below average. So looking at this game, Philadelphia, Peter, has been a favorite against Atlanta 12 consecutive times. Atlanta has this will be the 12th consecutive time. And Atlanta has only covered 4 of those. In this game, I would be patient because we got till Monday night. Wait, see if you can find a 2.5 with Philadelphia, and then jump on it. But certainly don't be afraid of the 3.
I'll tell you what, Doug Upstone, I am actually personally partially sold on Atlanta myself this year, but I'm fully sold on Philadelphia, I think, especially in the beginning of the year. I think their defense is going to be improved this year, and I've seen some advanced analytics that are also very high on Philly. And again, with their system and the way they play, the beginning of the year, I think, and we saw what they did in the preseason, they're probably going to be at their strongest. Doug Upstone, thanks so much for your picks. We'll check in with you again next week for week 2.